Yeah, there we go. It's up and running now. Hmm. There we go. God, I'm glad I ended the stream when I did earlier, because power went out for a while. I've seen a lot of gifts lately, but Pavalima keeps making me send them back. Wouldn't be so bad, but some of them are really nice. I mean, very nearly abandoned your principles nice, eh? None can deny that we would benefit from more support, but if it comes to the cost of our principles, neutrality was ever a delicate matter. I've lost count of the times I've had to explain to people that our allegiances need not necessarily lie in the same place as our headquarters. Mind you, if we are to sell our services for Gil, we might as well declare our fealty to Ul'dah now, and have done with it. I'm quite sure Ida would enjoy the bribes. Tis a lot of power of the powerful to attract the covetous as well as the needy. Thus doth prudence dictate that those with power proffer aid with one hand, whilst the other rest ever on their hilt. Alas, we have not the luxury of time to decipher our petitioners' machinations. Nay, not while the beast tribes do labor unseen, defiant in defeat, to raise up their fallen primals once more. Doubt not that they shall return, stronger and bolder both, nor that we shall be the ones to meet them. This sacred charge shall ever be ours. 'Tis but a pity we are so few, and our fortune so finite. The situation is not wholly unexpected. I too have given much thought to our organization's future, though it would seem that I have reached a different conclusion. Mayhap it is time I made my feelings known to the antecedent. Come along, least. Alpha note, least. It's not amiss. You desired counsel, and so you shall have it, Minfilia. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn must leave Ul'dah. You must do what? So long as we remain within Ul'dah territory, we will never be free to act with impunity. Moving our headquarters to Vesper Bay only delayed the inevitable. We have demonstrated our capabilities, and the Syndicate has taken note. They will not suffer our organization to remain independent now. We are far too dangerous for that. Surely you realize that the reason Vesper Bay still lacks an aetherite. You know full well how beneficial it would be to our cause. Which is why it and other favors will be denied us unless we cooperate. If Ul'dah is no longer suitable, where would you have us go? Experience has taught us that the appearance of neutrality is as important as the reality. Accordingly, we must keep each of the great nations at arm's length, and plant our banner in a place which all agree to be beyond their border. Reverend Stoll? Or Dona? Yeah, Reverend Stoll. I was right. Nice. It lies within neutral territory and offers all the essential facilities we require. By way of an additional benefit, it also frequented by a veritable legion of adventurers who may serve to supplement our ranks. I am of course conscious of the fact that we have developed a certain bond with Ul'dah and her people over the years, but I truly believe this is the best course of action. Are you yourself observed? We have invaluable ties to the local community, forged through years of concerted effort. Ul'dah is our home, Alpha Node. To cast aside everything we have built and start anew in that desolate wasteland would be beyond reckless. The decision is yours to make, Antecedent. I ask only that you recall the shared purpose which first moved us to found the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and which moved you to found the Path of the 12 Ervat. We aspire to an ideal, you and I, just as my grandfather did. That makes us more than mere comrades in arms. We are as much your family as... That will be all, Alphanode. I'm sure you have some familial affairs of your own to attend to. Your concern is most generous, but no. I have left them in the hands of men better suited to the task than I. I cannot very well allow my personal affairs to come before the needs of the Order, after all. Leave Ul'dah. Has it truly come to this? Oh, Beast. Pray attend to Alpha Node. He is engaged in some business or other and requires your assistance. Pray be on your way. Alpha Node waits upon you, and I have much to think about. Oh, and tell him he shall have my answer in due time. Alpha Node, get back here! You can't run away from me! There you are. Confound it. She knows what must be done, and still she hesitates. All because of these fanciful rumors. I should explain. Vilia's mother, well, adopted mother, was among the great many who perished during the calamity. Ul'dah was her name. Though you may know her better as the Songstress of Ul'dah, she was a performer of singular talent and much beloved by the people of Eorzea, not to mention a certain Charlian minstrel. As you may imagine, the news of her passing was greeted with shock and disbelief by her adoring followers, many of whom refused to acknowledge what had happened. That her body was never found only served to encourage speculation. Philia too struggled at first to accept the truth. But as Falamin's absence stretched from months into years, she saw that there could be no other explanation. Until recently, at any rate. For whatever reason, rumors have once again begun to circulate of Falamin's alive and well. One of our informants, Father Elud, has sent word that a woman matching the songstress' description has been seen of late at the seaside resort of Casa del Sol. If we could succeed in tracking her down, I have no doubt that any worries that now plague Minvilia's heart might be assured. I mean to set forth for Lethnosa at once. Let us reconvene there and inquire with Master Gerguju. Jejeru as to the veracity of these rumors. Going to Castle Del Sol. Eastern Ladowska. Oh, sweet siren of the sands, when we got to muse, why have you forsaken me? Titan's Bane, I mean, at least. Let me see in my humble resort. Tell him. You mean to tell me the goddess made flesh who... the goddess made flesh who dwelt among us until so very recently was the songstress of old... Cats, man. If I had known that, I would have chained her to my bedpost and never let her leave. Oh, for shame. To think she now piles her trade to the riffraff off to the west, or wherever she said she was going. It's a tragedy, I say, a tragedy. West, is it? Thank you, Master. Chichiru. Information will serve us well. Hey, we should run. That said, there are a number of places she could be. I shall begin my search by the docks and see if any witnesses might have some knowledge to spare. I would be most appreciative if you could travel to onto Wineport and do the same. I can do that. I'm gonna... Well, if it isn't Lee's, the savior of the Wineport. To what do we owe the pleasure? Ah yes, I did receive a customer matching that description. It was a delight to behold. To give the woman her due, but her perfume was so ghastly. I had no choice but to reject her from the premises, interfering with tasting, you understand. If she is your query, why not consult your blind associate? It's a factory isn't that Pierre? Given that I could smell the woman from a mile away, I dare say you can smell her from 10. Oh no. Hey, you want to know if I've seen a Makote last by the name of... Hold on. I wish. I haven't seen a lass of any description for far too bloody long. Nah, poor guy. Come on, Shimani. I see you've made many grand adventures since we last spoke, at least. You must share them with me sometime. The girl from a little while ago. One does not forget a perfume like that. So robust and intoxicating, yet simultaneously familiar. Reminiscent of a bloom native to these parts, in fact. As much as when we spoke, she complimented my power of observation and asked me where she might find some of the flowers. So I told her to follow the road south into Raincatcher Gully, and then head east after crossing the second bridge. Flowers which grow in the shade of the cliff have the strongest scent, you see. If you make haste, you may yet find her there. The second bridge. Lady, turn around, please. Good job, Flipper. I am in your debt, stranger. I did not realize my activities had aroused the desire until it was too late. Your oils can be used to make a perfume, you see, and Hmm, I'm... I don't... Who are you? Who do you serve? It appears you already found our woman. Consider me impressed, my friend. The songstress of Oda, I presume, and Philia, or should I say, Sola, is looking for you. Celia, you are the very picture of health, lady, yet the world thinks you dead. I can only conclude this was by design. The question is, why? Not everyone who endeavors to find me does so with the best intentions, child. I'm pleased to know that I fully intend to reveal myself to Minfilia when the time is right. Oh, well that does please me. More than you know. But tell me, sojourns in the forest of Lanosha aside, when exactly will the time be right? When I deem it so. Do you imagine I traveled all this way on a whim? As I was telling your associate prior to your intrusion, I came here to harvest these flowers for use in a perfume. Does that satisfy your curiosity, or would you interrogate me further? We could do both. My apologies for the interruption. Anyway, now that we all that which we came for, might we continue this conversation in a safer locale? Wine port, you'd say. You're going the wrong way, guys. Wine port's to the north. Why are you going south, guys? This is not at all how I envisioned it. I could scarce begin to imagine what emotions would go through Miphilia's heart when she reunites with her mother after all these years. You said my daughter waits us in Vesper Bay, yes? I've kept her waiting long enough. Let us be off on the next ferry. I can finish fashioning the perfume along the way. Understood. Come with me. It would be my pleasure to escort you to the Waking Sands. No. No. Oh. Oh, thank God, I didn't have to use the ticket. I still have 77 tickets. What do I use them for? There's no way I had to come back here like 77 times, right? No fucking way. No way. Bephilia. Guess what? Nom nom nom. Antecedent, you have a guest. I haven't. Silly. I'm surprised you didn't vault over the table or desk. Haven't seen it like this in years, at least. I never truly believed you when they told me you were dead, but what kept you away for so long? The Imperials came for me, as I always knew they would, and so I resolved to stay as far away from you as I could, lest their pursuit of me endanger you and our cause. I can think of no better way to grant you the freedom to continue our work. And continue it you did, achieving things I would not have imagined possible. I followed your every success and celebrated in secret. I am so proud of you, Celia. I learned from the best. I have a gift for you. It's perfume, you stink. Celestia perfume, you remembered. How could I ever forget? You wore it all the time. If I ever lost sight of you, I could find you again just by following my nose. And I do not think it would made anymore. You must have gone through so much trouble. Damn right. It is no trouble to me, darling. I fear I cannot say the same for List, however. I could not have made it without him. Ninja vanish. Thank you, List. Thank you both. There's something else. Pipe bomb. This is the cat's eye I found. All these years you kept it. My father was a member of the Alamegan resistance. When I was yet a child, he brought me here to Ul'dah. The accident which claimed his life happened shortly after our arrival. It was Lamine who took care of me then. She raised me as her own, taught me everything I needed to know to survive. I'm no stranger to the facts of your history, yet I fear I failed to grasp their implications. It is clear there's much I do not know about you and your mother both. One of her first lessons to me concerning mining, and I was a very dedicated student. See, children yearn for the mines. This cat's eye was the first stone I unearthed. It wasn't much, of course, but I was exceedingly proud to have found it nonetheless. So I gave it to Lamine as a gift. She said it was beautiful, but there I am at a loss. Why are you returning this to me? Something amiss. No, Celia, nothing is amiss. Quite the opposite. I need you to realize how far you've come and how much further you must still go. You and your allies have accomplished more than I could ever have hoped. You've succeeded where I failed. It makes me so proud that words fail me. But even as I marvel at the woman you've become, and at all the many things you've done, I cannot help but think of that which you have yet to do, and of what it may entail. Celia, daughter, you cannot stay here anymore. You and the Scions must leave Ul'dah. I'm in. You built it once, Cecilia. You can build it again. And this time, we'll do it together. Truly. Alpha Node, the time has come for the Scions to leave Vesper Bay. No prey returns to the Waking Sands anymore? You shall establish a new headquarters in Reverend's Toll, as you proposed. Much work lies ahead of us. Inform our fellow Scions and send word to the students of Baldessian. Preparations begin at once. It is all well and good that we have found ourselves a new home at Reverend's Toll. But there is so much to be done in so little time. Our first step will be to secure the cooperation of the Adventurers Guild representatives there. Were it not for the Guild's considerable efforts, the original camp Reverend's Toll would have never been established. much less its more heavily fortified successor. However, with construction still ongoing and resources in short supply, it seems certain that the guild will require something in return for their support. Sympathetic to a cause though they may be. Whatever they ask, I shall not begrudge to it. Begrudge it. Can't fucking read. To be plain, we need them more than they need us. Without their assistance, such essential tasks as securing new facilities, cultivating relationships with local merchants, and recruiting adventurers would prove difficult, if not impossible. You need not concern yourself with such matters, antecedent. That was fast. Really, Alpha Node. If I need concern myself with anything, it is surely matters such as these. Indirectly, perhaps, I submit that you might instead concern yourself with a different matter. Namely, to whom the resolution of such matters might best be entrusted. And here I am. Nor do I come alone. May I present the esteemed emissary of the Adventurers Guild at Reverence Toll. Damn, you work fast. It is an honor, antecedent. Upon receiving word of your intentions from Master Alpha Node, we thought it best to begin talks at the earliest available opportunity. Know that my associates at Reverence Toll hold the signs of the Seventh Dawn.